Hello and welcome to Countryman's Diary. This is a video review and this is the Pard 008. This is the big brother to the 007 that we reviewed last time, and as you can see by this lovely quick video intro, it is a stunning unit. The actual unit comes supplied onto those mounts and they do dovetail and weaver, or Picatinny rail, whichever you want. And it is a stupendous unit, and thank you very much to Pard and Optics Warehouse for the use of the unit. So in this first segment I'm out after a troublesome fox, and I think we found her. The cool that she comes into originally was Rabbit Distress, and I've actually made my own cooler. It's on Bluetooth system, but it's Bluetooth 5.0, so it goes a lot further. It's about 200 meter range as opposed to normal Bluetooth settings. So she spends quite a while down in the bottom of the field marking her territory and on quite a path by the looks of it. But the unit is only on infrared 1 and it has 3 settings, so I could have got even brighter and further distance. She's currently about 340 yards away at the bottom of this field. And you'll see as the camera moves along, there's actually another dip goes down into the field. We're already looking downhill at about 45 degrees. It was a really steep muddy field. But my shooting buddy Scott, he came with me for the night and he had the Pard 007 as a handheld spotter. And he's just new to the FAC shooting world. And he's already said he's going to save up and buy at least the 007, if not the 008, if he can afford it. So it takes about 10 minutes for this vixen to decide whether she wants to come into the cool. But as you'll see in a minute, she comes steaming into it. And we shout oi to try and stop her for the shot, and she actually loops around the cool, tries winding it and then going back again, and then does a little runner. But what we don't realise is she's actually disappeared down underneath this rest of this field bank, heads off to our right and reappears about 120 yards up the field, which is then 120 yards away from us. And sadly that was her demise. But here she comes into the cool. And what I've got is reflective stickers on the back of the speaker, so I don't accidentally shoot it or lose it, because you can't see it with the normal naked eye, but only with the night vision. And there she runs, and we think, darn it, we've lost her, because she pegged it off there. But as you can see, she goes right, left, right, and disappears, has one final glance, not too sure, and disappears. And it was a good 10 minutes, and me and Scott are like, oh darn it, we've lost her. And then she pops out and it's like, oh, that's where she went. Please support Gun Ice, by the way. Very good cause. So Scott taps me on the shoulder and says, she's over there. So we both scan to the right. And because he's using the 007, he can see my IR beam. And when it gets to where it needs to be, he tells me I'm spot on, and so I can then lock in on to see the fox. Works fantastically. And as you can see, she's fairly close to that rabbit. And we think she's doing a bit of mousing or just investigating the long grass there. And so I changed the cooler to Rodent Distress with Mouse Distress on top. And you'll see her suddenly perk her ears up, look over, and then she completely changes and goes almost back on herself up the hill, and then comes flying past the rabbit towards the cooler. That's me changing the cool over. Takes a few seconds for it to start playing. She catches the sound, and now we've got her interest. And then she decides to investigate because it's a different sound to what the Rabbit Distress call was a minute ago. The wind's now back round and hitting her straight in the face, so she's getting all those calls at full volume, and she's thinking, hang on, this could be an interesting supper here. I've had to overlay the crosshairs for the sole reason the PARD just records them, but the crosshairs are inbuilt into the optical system. So all the footage you see is just like a video camera, but I actually get to see the crosshairs. So I overlaid them, and there's the Vixen. And here we have some rabbit footage I took, and you can actually see the sheep mesh behind these rabbits, and these are about 65 yards away. And they were completely unaware I was stood there. But you can see the sheep mesh, the fencing stakes, and I'll even zoom in quickly, and you can actually see the rabbits preening themselves and everything. So this is Greg, Countryman's Diary, and many thanks to Mick Vokes Guns, Optics Warehouse and PARD. Hope you've enjoyed the video, and all the links will be in the bottom of this YouTube. Thank you very much.